It is.
Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday, and me and Joanne, you are conscious entrepreneur that you want to make impact in the health and wealth area, and you are here to show you how to do good for you, for others, and for our planet. And every Wednesday, you talk about the environment, business, uh, any subject that coming up during the week. And today, our question is: do you know your worth? How are you today, Joanne?
I am very well, thank you, Shirley. And it's a beautiful, sunshiny day here in Queensland, Australia.
Mhm. And
What
Joanna,
about?
I'm so good as well, thank you. And I wanna ask you guys that you are watching us, where you coming from, let us know. It's really important, and please touching the bell if you are on YouTube for follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, any platform that you think that you resonate with us. Would be really good to have you. Let me know what you know about this subject, my friend.
Whoa, to know your worth. I guess, Shirley, the one thing that starts to show you your worth is the boundaries that you have in place.
Mhm.
And boundaries are there for your benefit, not for other people's. Well, yes, for other people's in a way. So I guess my first experience, maybe not my first, but my most profound experience was reading and watching some videos by Henry Cloud and John Townsend called Boundaries.
Mhm.
And even though I had boundaries in place, I probably didn't appreciate the power of them. You know, there were certain things in my life I wouldn't tolerate, I wouldn't allow. But then I learned about boundaries from them, and so many things changed. And, I had a partner at that time who just refused to listen to the videos. And I just said, well, boundaries are going in place. So that was a real stand.
Mhm.
But I think to be authentic, you need boundaries.
Mhm.
You need to know what you tolerate, what you don't, but you also need to do it with kindness and not arrogance.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of people who use boundaries with arrogance, and I don't think that works. I don't think that you're your authentic self if you're doing that. So, what was your first experience, Shirley, with boundaries?
Yeah, I guess I was raised in one family that my mommy, because I was the oldest kid, everything was my fault. Everything wasn't right, and she was rising really, really hard. And I took this for my adult life that I was always doing something wrong, that I need to do more, and everything was my fault. And then I recognized later that I need respect and I need to be accepted by others, since that I don't go out of my limits. And then I put this boundary that I need respect and any relationship that I come. If people don't respect me by because I'm really happy people, Joanne, I like make people feel good and I'm always there for helping. And some people doesn't understand that you are there as a friend and they took advantage about your kindness. And
Yep.
then I mean now protect my energy setting these boundaries. And I don't need more validation about others. What I'm doing. This is such a release in my life. I really like this. And you want to have more experience or what you know more about this subject, my friend?
That's really interesting that you say that, Shirley, because, and you know, you go through life and people are either attracted to you or you repel them.
Yeah.
And once you've got boundaries and they're fairly solid boundaries, it's really easy for the people who don't like you just to stay away, because you don't need people in your life that are not your people.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can probably go back where I was a child and I was a little bit rebellious because I didn't
I don't
fit.
believe. I don't believe you are rebel.
I always felt that I was this square peg and they were trying to shove me in this round hole, and they
Uh,
kept wanting to shave bits off me so that I would conform. Well, you know, when I was about 17 or something, I really rebelled
mhm.
and said, no more, no more of this, not doing it. But I didn't understand why. I didn't understand there then, because being adopted, I never felt that I was treated as one
Mhm.
of their own, even though I didn't find out until I was in my 20s that fact. There was
Wow.
always something there telling me that this was not right.
Mhm.
So I guess my intuition was really strong back then.
Mhm.
And you need to value yourself. And it's the same as in business. And I know many people, being in the financial sector, I know many people who devalue their time. They do not charge what they're worth for their time.
Mhm.
And that's a lot better now than what it was, say, 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Mhm.
And we just need to know that we provide that value. And you and I, that's one of our values, is to
Mhm.
provide value for people.
Yeah.
And I've had some very interesting things in my life where, you know, I've walked out of jobs because I was disrespected, because people didn't know my value. And no way in the world was I putting up with what they wanted to dish out to me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I remember driving for a company that where it was called Point oh 0.05, where we would, my son and I would go pick up people at a restaurant and I would drive their car home.
Mhm.
And interestingly enough, I always got tips at the end of the night. So we would get paid for the job and then I would get a tip on it. So that to me was proving that people had value in me. And I remember having a bit of a stand up argument with the owner because he thought that I would take his customers off him. So that ended that little thing very quickly because I wasn't going to tolerate his attitude towards me because I provided a good service. And, you know, and I thoroughly enjoyed it because I met so many different people. And it's like you, where people, we are people, yeah, that's it. And, you know, when somebody tries to pull you down or tries to make you less than what you are, you know, the little hackles on the back of my neck go up and go, nah, not having that. So it's just interesting where all this stuff comes into play when you know your worth.
Yeah. Exactly. You can change your relationships. You can change your business. You can choose. It's a journey, and then when you are committed with your values, you see that your life totally change. You're no more like in others' hands. You have the you drive your life by
Yeah,
yourself. You have your partners that come with you, but you know your value. It is really important. I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting when you say about our partners, and that always has sparked controversy in my life with partners
Yeah.
because I'm very stubborn with some things, and I, d- I and I don't bend. I
She's,
don't bend.
she's gentle.
If if you want to bend me, then you're going to break it. So it's not advisable to do that.
Uh,
But even raising kids, and even like in business, there are many people in my business that I have not taken on as clients, or I've
mm,
taken on as clients and very quickly realized that they weren't for me,
mm,
that they didn't have the integrity that I needed to have my clients to have. So I would end that relationship very quickly.
mhm,
So, yes, you have to have that integrity, you have to have that stand, so those boundaries. And it's what people love about you as well.
mhm.
They're not, um, if you don't tolerate bad behavior, then you only get the good behavior coming through.
Namaste.
Yeah. And you know that very well, Shirley.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That I ask our audience if they know your, do you know your worth? Tell us the experience you have in life, because it's being good when you share what happened with us, you just grow, because you are here is a self-compassion, is a commitment to be the best version of ourselves. That what you work every day to be that. Thank you for today.
Yes, thank you for today. And if you've got any questions that you would like answered or you'd like us to chat about, drop it down in the box. Come back to us, and we will certainly include that in our Wednesday wisdom. And guys, it's our pleasure to be here every Wednesday, and we know that it goes all over the world. We know that we've got viewers in many countries. So
Mhm.
just let us know where you are tuning in from so that we can just say hi back to you and go from there. So until next Wednesday, this is Shirley and I, and we're saying bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.